These two documents here are a notice to the House of Lords in England, requiring them to deal with the situation in Australia, how it stands. How the Australian government, a registered company in America, has usurped and stolen one of Her Majesty's realms, being the Commonwealth of Australia. This document here was served on the Lord Speaker of the House of Lords. It states, I, Wayne Kenneth Glue, CPO, OWB, lawfully appointed Commonwealth public official, do humbly apply to the House of Lords, England, to seek remedy for and on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of Australia as established under Clause 8 of the Commonwealth Constitution Act 1900 UK, a self-governing colony of England in the form of the Commonwealth of Australia. Humbly relying on the blessing of Almighty God, we the people of the Commonwealth do formally petition this honourable establishment, known as the House of Lords, to seek a remedy in the form of the re-establishment of the lawful government of our Commonwealth, pursuant to the Commonwealth Constitution Act 1900 UK and the Commonwealth Constitution 1901, as accepted by referendum by the people as our lawful constitution. We the people acknowledge the fact that you, the members of the House of Lords, are the keepers of the realms of the monarch, and therefore have the authority to grant us the remedy we seek. On the 7th of January 2019, I, in my official capacity as a Commonwealth public official, did formally seize the three tiers of the lawful government under the authority granted to the people under Clause 61 of Magna Carta to hold under the Crown until such time as this honourable establishment decides the remedy, as there are no lawful courts in the Commonwealth of Australia that sit under the authority of our monarch. Further, I formally seized all the assets of the Commonwealth of Australia as established under the Commonwealth Constitution Act 1900 UK and the Commonwealth Constitution 1901 from the corporations unlawfully registered in the United States of America, and grant them back to the people of Australia, who are the Commonwealth, to hold under the authority of the Crown for and on behalf of the people, who are the lawful Commonwealth. Further, I formally seized the unlawful green annotated constitution of the Australian Commonwealth, Quicken Garran, called the Revised Edition, LexisNexis Butterworth, which I hold in a state of fraud until it is proven in a lawful court sitting under the monarch, our lawful court, and they remain in a state of seizure, unable to be used until proven to be lawful and compliant with our Constitution. Further, I, Wayne Kenneth Glue, CPO, OWB, lawfully appointed Commonwealth public official, living, breathing man, seize all laws, acts, statutes, rules, regulations and orders proposed by and or passed by the fraudulent political parties posing as a lawful government when they are not, and hold all such laws, acts, statutes, rules, regulations and orders in a state of fraud until a lawful court sitting under the authority of our monarch deliberates on this authority. This is the first document we sent to the House of Lords. The second document we filed and sent to the Prime Minister of this country, who thinks he is the government. I'm not going to read this one to you because simply it is the same contents of the other, only it is a lawful notice of seizure under Clause 61 of Magna Carta. There is a full copy attached to this video for everybody to see. Now, the reason we did this is because no matter where we go in what court we go in, inside the Commonwealth of Australia, we are ignored. They treat us as if we don't exist. The Prime Minister is on TV, in fact, this morning, stating we have to uphold the rule of law. The rule of law is total innocence until proven guilty. He doesn't even know what the rule of law is. He swore his oath to the Queen of Australia. What is wrong with these people that they think they can go into our Parliament, not know our Constitution and disobey our law? Our law, not theirs. It's ours. It isn't for them to decide, it's for us. We have the power to alter it by referendum. They have no power. The Parliament is a legislature. It legislates legislation put together by the executive government. The executive government, simple. Read section 62 to 68 of the Commonwealth Constitution Act 1900 UK. That's the Governor-General. He selects 10 from the lower house, 8 from the upper house. They are the executive. The Governor-General selects an Attorney-General. The Attorney-General is a legal practitioner of more than 5 years but not a lawyer. You want to know where all this comes from? The Statute of Monopolies. The Statute of Monopolies is part of the 1688 Bill of Rights. Look up HCA 44 of 2010 and read it. Justice French, Chief Justice French, and all the other justices in the court said all those laws, the Imperial Acts, 1688 Bill of Rights, and all those laws are still strong, lawful, and valid in this country. Who cares what the Supreme Courts of the states state? If they say otherwise, they're lying. Misleading, deceiving, and lying. There is no other way to put it. It's not the truth. If it's not the truth, it's a lie. Now, the Prime Minister ought to realise and wake up to the fact he is not the government. He is the foreman of the Federal Parliament, nothing more. He has no right to go overseas and do anything without the express permission of the Governor-General, who is the highest authority in this country. Don't believe me? Read your Constitution. It's time you woke up and started doing that. Then you'll understand all you have sitting in the Parliament is a bunch of liars, deceivers, but that's all they are anyway. Most of them were lawyers, would be if they could be, and couldn't make it there, so they got a job as a politician where they could sit there and tell lies all day, argue, act like spoilt brats in our Parliament, get paid ridiculous amounts of money, and for all that, after 8 years, get a huge big pension. Why? We can't get one. Why can't we have one? Because they took all the money out of it. Since the 1st of January 1946, 7% of the tax was taken specifically for our pension. And I believe it's in the vicinity of $700 to $900 per week, not per fortnight. Why aren't we getting it? Menzies took it, Keating took it, and everybody else took it. Our money. Why are we giving money away overseas? Charity starts at home. We don't have enough money. We'll charge import duties. Duties of customs and that. It's in the Constitution. You have to collect it. Why are you taking money off us, taxing our wages? You've got no authority to do that. The Constitution doesn't grant you that authority. In fact, you know you don't have the authority. Why are you doing it? Our car industry, destroyed by politicians. You taxed our cars so much, they had to go offshore. When I was in the police force, a brand new Commodore with all the lights, signs, licensed for 12 months on the road, $8,000. They were selling for $32,000. What was the difference? Tax. Ridiculous, greedy, unlawful tax. Deliberately forcing our car industry overseas. Why? So we could have substandard buckets of junk. Look at them in accidents. They fold up, kill people. Is that good? No. Why aren't you governing for us? Why aren't you looking after us? You talk about safety. Why do we have substandard garbage from overseas when we had good quality vehicles here? Good quality vehicles that we wanted. Good quality vehicles that earned our workers money. What's wrong with the unions? Why are they backing the Labor Party or the Liberal Party or any other party when they should be looking after their workers? Why aren't they doing it? I can't figure it. You work all your life, you push for more money. At the end of the day, you're giving it to a government that's taken it all off you. You don't own your land. You don't own your cars. You own nothing. It all belongs to corporations overseas. That is why we did these documents. Because it's the only alternative we got. After that, well, God knows. But I suggest everybody copies these and send a letter to your politician and to the House of Lords demanding that they abide by our laws, demanding they reinstigate and institute our Commonwealth so we, the people who are the Commonwealth, can live comfortably on our land. Don't tell me there's not enough revenue from this country. That is all nonsense. We don't need money to go and give to councils. We pay whopping amounts of fuel tax to pay for roads. We pay for licences, pay for roads. The people who build all the estates where all you buy your land, they pay for everything. You pay for it. Why do we have to go back and do it again? Repetitive, stupid, greedy, dishonest tax. It's time you people woke up. Copy these documents, put a covering letter, send to the House of Lords. They have to take them, they have to deal with it, and send it to the Prime Minister and all your politicians. Tell them, get out of our Parliament, come back under the Crown, back under our Constitution, rule for us, not over us. It's time to stop. And this is the last chance you're going to get. get off your backsides and do what you have to do, not only for you, for your children, your grandchildren and their grandchildren. You don't do it, then bend down and kiss your backside goodbye. This country's finished. And you're all going to be under a socialist dictatorship. Bill Shorten and even the Prime Minister and all of them, they want it. They're opening it with open arms because it gives them power. If they sat down and thought about what they've done, it may sink in. I can't see it. So all they are is clowns. It's time for a change. Time to go back to our constitution. And that starts now with you. With you. I can't do it all. Thank you.